Magnus here with another Magic the Gathering Arena video for your viewing or listening pleasure. It is that time again of the week. It's midweek Magic, and this time it's Standard Cascade. So with Standard Cascade, it is Standard. That's the format. Those are the valid cards for the set. And it's Cascade. So you get this Cascade emblem, and it says the first spell you cast each turn has Cascade. And as it says here in the description, the first time you cast a spell each turn, you'll get to cast another, less expensive card from your library without paying its mana cost. What a bargain! So, I think there's a lot of different ways to play this, and I think one of the things that you could do, honestly, is just play any standard deck you already have. If you don't have a standard deck, if you're a budget player, if you're brand new, I think you can use any one of the starting decks that that they come with here. Path of Power, Reckless Raid. I actually really enjoy playing Learn from the Land on my alt account. So if nothing else, this should be a deck that you got for free from Wizards of the Coast. I think one of the things, and I'll show you the deck that I'm going to play here. I call it Midweek Magic Standard Cascade, and if you know what this picture is all about. One of the things you can do is you can use the Discover mechanism here. So this has Discover 4, and as you can see it says exile cards from the top of your library until you exile a non-land card with mana value 4 or less. It's a fixed Cascade, Discover is, in some ways. And I think it's another way that if you wanted to just continue to get more free stuff cast out of your deck, you can do that. And if you wanted to capitalize on cascading and discovering at the same time at Standard, I would look at using Red. Red gives you the Trumpeting Carnosaur, which is direct damage removal. I'd use a Tali's Favor, which gives you +1/+1 and trample and discovers for 3. You could do as well the Geological Appraiser. 4 mana for a 3/2 doesn't sound like much, but remember you're going to discover 3 and you're going to get something else as well. The other thing that I would think about is not having a bunch of instants and sorceries that they require certain conditions for you to be able to utilize them. So what I mean by that is, for example, Cut Down, okay? And that is obviously not red or artifact. So Cut Down, destroy target creature with total power or toughness of 5 or less. So if you cascade into Cut Down, and you won't be able to cast it sometimes because there won't be a target. There won't be a valid target for it on the field. Or you'll cast it and it'll be to no effect. So I encourage you to kind of think about the deck concept from that perspective. So let me go over what I put together and why I put together what I did. So I wanted to be able to ramp. So I definitely wanted to have some 1 mana casting cost, because if I cast something for 2 mana, I want to be able to find something with that. Now I looked and I couldn't find anything that's 0 mana casting cost. So there's nothing to cascade into there. Also, I want to be able to draw more cards, because if I'm putting more stuff out, I'm going to potentially run out of fuel, and I also want to be able to ramp into things. So the way I'm trying to achieve this is the Scrap Gorger can help if somebody's messing with the graveyard, but also it gives me mana. The Beanstalk replaces itself. It also becomes a card draw engine with anything that's value 5 or greater. And as you can see, we've got a bevy of cards that are 5 or greater. If we cast any of these spells, we can cascade into Zendikar, which puts 2 more lands in. If we're doing anything that commits a crime, we can look at the top 5 cards of our library and put a land into there. We've got Overlord of the Hauntwoods, which is ramp. For 3 mana, it'll give us a land. Otherwise, we can cast it for 5 mana, and it still gives us that. This may be a little mana light. We're running 22 lands. We'll see if it works out. I have not played this at all, so I don't know. But I figure if I've got 4 elves, I've got 3 Scrap Gorgers, I've got a Zendikar, and I've got 4 Hauntwoods, I should be able to get away with playing with 22 cards. So let's give this a shot, and let's see how we do with this week's Midweek Magic. Hope everybody out there is having a great week, and I hope that you're enjoying my content, enjoying the videos. I'm all out of achievement hunting, which I know quite a few people have found me through, searching for basically, how do I get this achievement? Give me a deck to be able to finish this off. And I'm glad that you found me and that I was of some service. Okay, our first match is against Nymerius. Okay, so we've got 2 lands, and unfortunately we don't have a 2-drop. So I guess the question is, do I want to go ahead and dump this or not? I'm going to say no. Hopefully I can either draw a 2-drop or draw an elf to be able to get me to 3. So let's keep it. Otherwise, if Nymerius shoots off and I don't have anything, like I don't, well, this might be a tough game. Because I have no ramp in here. Probably means that I should have gone ahead and dumped it. So one of the things is when it reveals the cards, you can click here and I can see everything that they have in their deck. So this is a life gain deck. So the Hinterland Sanctifier, Cat Collector, they're playing black-white, so they're gonna want to draw some cards here. They've got Mortify, they've got an Alenda, Fiendish Panda. Yeah, I wonder if this is the deck that is one of the freebie decks. I don't know. It probably looks like a pretty good one to play as well. And we might be in some trouble here since I have not a 3rd land, and yep, this might just suck for us. Oh, I mean, no, let me rephrase that. This does suck for us. Okay, so I don't know if anybody's noticed this, but you see this little scorpion in the upper right corner here? Oh, I can click it. I can't click it. But when it comes by, I can click it and I can make it move. But also down here, I just noticed this like a week ago. There's 3 little groundhog holes here, and a groundhog pops up. Look at this. This is ridiculous. So I guess 22 lands is not going to be feasible. Okay, so here's the scorpion. I'll click it, and you can kind of urge it on, and let's see if we can get the groundhog or whatever it is. There it is, and I can pop him, and then you can see he gets kind of this little flash on his head, like he got just knocked in the head. That's kind of cute. I like these little things here. I'm definitely not going to win this. I don't have a chance in hell at this point, but I'm going to go ahead and let Nymerius play this out. Hey, look at that. I got a 3rd land. Okay. Note to self. Need to be able to mulligan better. So, oh, interesting. Yeah, I guess the lookout hadn't made it into play yet, so oh well. Good thing to know. Do your thing, Nymerius. Just keep clicking and having a good time over there. Meanwhile, we'll run it back and see how we do. We are 0-1 for the midweek magic. Well, this is also what happens when you don't playtest something before you make a video. It is what it is. Ribble. Ribble, dibble, scrabble, when on microphone I babble, as I fit the funky words into a puzzle. I go first. Look at that. I've got a ramp and I've got 3 lands, so I go first. This looks like a lot more yummy. So when I play the Scrap Gorger, I should also get an elf, which is key. So double ramp, and then I will have 5 mana accessible next turn, so I can Balustrade Worm and haste, or Overlords. And I think I'm gonna. Oh, okay, won't have the 5 mana. Good to know. Attacking my mana base, are you? Very well. Well, I will continue to build my mana base. And I will beanstalk. And I will not attack. So they can attack me and they can take my Scrap Gorger if they want, which quite frankly is fine because I want to keep my Llanowar Elves unless they're going to destroy it in some way. I have a feeling they're not playing any Exiles since they've got the Virtue of Persistence. Excuse me. Okay, so I'm discarding here. 3, 4, 5 mana, 6. I'll have 6 next turn. I can play this from the graveyard, so I'll do that, knowing that they can't cast that right now anyway. Okay, so we will bring out Srac and Goreclaw. And then we'll bring out Zendikar. Nice. Bring 2 more lands into play. We've got all the mana we can handle. And they've got Death Touchers, but that's okay. We'll make more. So I'm going to go play Tyrant into Tyrannax, and then if they make me discard, well, discard that forest. Yeah? Oh, discard a non-land. Well, we'll just do that, that's fine. You know, I did check my count for the Balustrade Worm, so I don't even know if I can be able to hit that Delirium to return it. Oh well, we'll see. No blocks. Because whenever non-token creature you control enters, put a +1/+1 counter, and it gets haste. Which should be pretty good. Okay. Let's Vaultborn Tyrant. Sure. Oh, this is feeling good. I'll just go straight to the face. I'll ignore the battle for Zendikar. I do not know what they are going to do that is going to get them out of this pickle. Because even if they kill the Tyrant, it replaces itself, and I've got another Tyrant in my back pocket. Oh, Rip's got some good stuff of their own over there. Ooh, and they're proliferating, but that is not enough. Everything is more tough. Oh, okay. You can take out the elves. But we're beyond that. The Llanowar elves got us where we needed to get to, so that's good. Now you have Death Touch, but you do not have First Strike Death Touch. Yeah. Let's Vaultborn Tyrant again. And they've had enough of my silliness. Yeah, I had a lot of fun in that. It is fun to cast big green creatures. And stomp, 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 stomp. Okay, claim. And claim. And, oh, we got a card. We got a card. And Toby, Beastie Befriender. It's a good card. Goes well in that green-white counters deck. That, God, I can't remember that card. One white and one colorless that you can hide away something under. Oh, let's run it back. We're 1-1. Hooligan the Mighty. Okay. We've got elves and we've got scrap gorgers. They took a mulligan. I will keep. Oh, they're playing some life gain. So let's check and let's see what they've got here. Lyra Dawnbringer, Authority of the Consuls. That'll be a bit of a pain, but that's okay. So they got a split up 1-2. So they're running 2 split ups. That's the thing that's probably most worrisome for me. Okay, good to know. Good to know. But the Vault-Born Tyrant has some built-in insurance. Because if you kill it, it makes a copy of itself. It comes back. And we don't see any discard either, so I get to keep what I got. No, not going to block. Okay, so the Hunter's Talents at this point, they don't give me any plus, so that's not going to help. Yeah, so I will scrap Gorger into another elf. Yes, please. And since we can... Oh, you're gonna get lost. Sneaky, sneaky. You can cast that on your turn. Well, no attack, and instead I will see what happens here. Gotta land. Okay. So next turn I'll have 5 mana, and I will Zendikar. Since it's my most expensive thing, you're gonna take an elf. That's okay. Yep. You're gonna gain a lot of life, but I hope that my stuff is just too big. Zendikar. Beanstalk. Draw a card. Would have been nice to have a little bit more rampy ramp, but that's okay. So we'll be at 7 mana, so we can hit the Tyrant. Or we can go Tyrannax, but the haste doesn't matter now that they're double console. And we are getting dinked away here. So play a land, and Vault-Born Tyrant it is. Sure. Stuff's happening. I'm gaining life. I'm drawing cards. They're thinking. I don't know what card draw engine that they had in there. Okay, so maybe you're setting up for a split up by doing that? Not quite sure. Maybe they're just trying to cascade into something good. Discard a card, huh? Okay, well. Not gonna need the lands, I suppose. Lyra Dawnbringer. Well, looks like we're gonna have to Hunter's Talent Lyra. Flying, first strike, lifelink, other angels get pluses. Ooh, Primeval Bounty. That is delicious. Yeah, so if I have 7, I can do 6. And then still cast that. So let's do that. Let's cast Primeval Bounty. Sure. Give me more mana. and then play a land, gain some life, Hunter's Talent, creature I control. Oh. Creature I can control, there we go. Oh, they quit. I was doing my thing. Okay, 2 and 1. 2 wins, 1 loss. Let's see, do we get a card or do we get some gems? And we get some gems. Oh, man. I'm close. Close, folks. One of the achievements that I'm hunting is the 4 of every card set. I'm close to Outlaws of Thunder Junction. I'm missing, I don't know, a handful of mythics, and I'm just too cheap to go ahead and get them. Go first. Yes, 1 and 2. That'll get me into an elf. Let's do this. And then I can Hasty Worm, depending on what they're playing. Okay, give me Llanowar. Thank you. Feels like I can kind of call my shot here, huh? Red blue, is it? Drake Hatcher. Okay. I see. I see. Prowess. Okay. Drake Hatcher, Prowess. Getting cards. Yeah, why not? What? It was a weak hit. Oh well. I'm still swinging. And if you want to try to hit me with the Drake Hatcher, I will chump with my elf. But that was not the hit we were looking for. But that's okay. Can't be a grumpy Gus. We're still okay. Bank row 42. Bankro? Bankro. 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 Dunno. Okay. E2 Lava Runner. Let's see what they've got in there. Enigma Drake. Is this one of the precons as well? Okay, so if they do 2 points of damage to me, they'll get 2 incubation counters. So I don't want them to get any extra flying features, so I will sacrifice that. Okay, 4 mana, 6 mana. Sure. Surak and Goreclaw. Gives everybody haste. Oh, are you kidding me? What is with the finding the elves? You're supposed to find something better than that. I won't find anything with my Cascade 2. Is that all the elves? 1, 2, 3. I've got 1 more elf to find. Ugh. Yeesh. That's not great. But that's okay. I think we're okay. As long as there are 2 more instants or sorceries in your card, this gets +1/+0 in haste, but I keep taking stuff out of your yard, as the good Lord intended. Yep, you are spreading the board out, making your instants and sorceries cheaper to cast, so you can cast more of them. Oh, devastating. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna still do this, right? Because otherwise, I got Drakes coming out the yin yang here. Wasn't paying attention there. I didn't want to attack with the Scribe Gorger, but I did. I don't know why they blocked that secret trample? Is that why? With Surok and Goreclaw, everybody have secret trample. And secret haste, secret trample. 9 health, bankroll 42, it's not looking good. What is your next move? Into the royal. Bouncy, 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 bounce. Yep. Well, guess what? Now you're gonna get a Drake token. Mission accomplished. How many we got here? We got 2. So you've got your thing going here. Okay, mill 3 cards and return instant or sorcery. You get to flashy flash that later. So you're bringing back into the royal, okay. Okay. Well, this is interesting. I might be in some trouble, folks. They are making things happen. So we've got 6, 7, 8 mana at play. This has haste, so I want to cast that, I believe. Okay, Beanstalk. Now, do I want to? I mean, I don't think I do. I mean, I definitely can't block either of those. So I think I just want to attack with the worm and hope that I don't get too many things returned to my hand that I can't survive the Drake Hatcher attack. So I guess the hope is I'll take 4, chump block this that's gotten prowessed up, take another 2, that'll be 6. I'll be at 4. Yeah, because I have to have something back. This is close. Oh, interesting. Okay. Yep. Scried and drew a card. But you don't get to draw a card for the Archmage because they're not in play yet. And then you are out of mana, which is neat. So are you going to swing with your flyers? No. I will tap green. And let's see, where is that? Is that Inspiration from Beyond? There it is. Get that out of the way. Okay, we have 9 mana at hand. I think we got to get Surok and Goreclaw out. Yeah, it's not exactly what I wanted. That's more my card drawing. Ah, here we go. So I feel like the Drake Hatcher is the biggest problem here. Because they're going to keep making creatures on me. And he didn't want to attack with the flyers before, so I'm going to hold back again. Now with Surok in play, assuming they don't bounce Surok, whatever I cast is hasty and tasty. And I should have enough mana that I could Silverback Elder and then Freeze Trader Lookout. Okay, there's a Whelp. Into an Archer. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. You got 4 in the air. That's not hasty, thank goodness, but... Cast a spell and those do 2. So if you have 3 1-mana spells, I'm dead. Do you have 3 1-mana spells? No. I'm going to remove an instant or sorcery. Anything that... Nope. No flashy. Okay. So, I think we want to play this first. Yep, I guess another Beanstalk. And we'll cast that, and then... I mean, we don't really need the mana, right? But we would need to be able to swing through. That's 5 mana. So if I don't swing, they're going to come through with the Air Force, and I'm going to die anyway. So I need to be able to swing. So what's the biggest thing I can swing with? That's really what I need to do here. I guess it's an Overlord, isn't it? Because it'll get haste. Okay, destroy target artifact. Put a land card, gain 4 life. Do they have an artifact or enchantment? No, they don't. So, gain 4 life. And then we'll get rid of an instant. And block. I think it might be enough because everybody tramples. Okay, so that, then you take nothing from the Balustrade Worm. You got 19 coming at you. And your toughness does not add up to 19. Which is why, if nothing else, you should do it a different way. You should be like... Yeah, like 2 for 6 on Surok. Yep. Good game. It was close. I think that might have been one of the pre-made ones, so, I mean, good on that deck for sure. Okay, well there we have it. I probably lost the first one because I didn't mulligan like I should have, but good to know. If you play this, you got to mulligan into making sure that you got your mana. So, there is our card style. Very vanilla, but that's it. Midweek Magic, Standard Cascade. Let's take another look at the deck, just for shits and giggles, as it were. And as you can see in that second one, I did get a lot of card draw. I actually have Garruk's in here, as well as Up the Beanstalk, Hunter's Talent. Also, if I actually leveled it to level 3, has card draw, because I didn't want to run out and sit there and have a bunch of mana. But as it turns out, it didn't seem like that ever happened. Another thing, I really like just the one of Primeval Bounty. This is like kind of the do everything. You cast a creature, you get a creature. Cast an on creature, you get counters. And if you drop a land, you gain 3 life. It's super, super fun for this kind of a format. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. I appreciate you watching. If you want to do the YouTube stuff, like, subscribe, throw me a comment. You know, did you like the video? You want to see something else? Let me know. Appreciate it. Have a good one. Bye now.